Here we are. Welcome back to the channel, the King James Bible Sunday School channel. I wanted to just share a couple of things. Well, a couple of things. The same thing. Ribbon markers. I made some ribbon markers. I've got a couple here. This one I just did 3. You know that we're doing the day-by-day devotional. Hopefully you're following me on that. And we've got a 5 ribbon marker system for our Bibles. And I showed you how to make that in an earlier video. Well, I made one that has 3 to put into this Cambridge Concord Bible, because the Cameo is the one I'm using right now. Is why I'm stuck on my brain on it. Anyway, this one, just the 3 additional. It's already got 1, actually 2. I'm not sure where the second one. Oh, there it is. This is really close to it. So it's got 2. They're just really close. So I've got a total of 5 markers. So if I want to do the 5 marker system, I can still do it that way. Or I can use this for some other cause than that. I like it. I made them extra long. They go down there. Pretty good. So, but anyway, that's one of them. And the second one, this is also a Concord, Cambridge. And this one's the green, white, and light blue. I went just a different color. Same thing. Same length, really. And that's there. I'll stick this behind me. Haven't decided where to put those yet, or if I'm going to even do them like a 5 ribbon at all. And then I've got my large print from Cambridge. And got 1 marker. It comes with 1 marker. And then made 4 more. So this is a 5 ribbon marker, but total now. So I'm gonna find a way to do that too. A little different. I'm not doing these all necessarily the exact same way, but I also made a 5 ribbon marker for my church Bible publishers. Well, actually, it's local church Bible publishers, right? Lansing, Michigan, slightly different. This is an older copy of the Cambridge Cameo wide margin, and it's got about, I want to say it's like 2.5 inches or something. It's almost an inch or so on the bottom, 1.5 inches or so, and then it's 2 inches on the sides and top. So it's a little different. And the middle is just got a slight margin. It's not as small, I think, as the Cameo really is. But anyway, that's like I said, this is an older printing. They got CCC on the end there, and that's a full 5 ribbons. It's got 2 ribbons itself, and I got the 5 ribbons to go along with it. Whatever I'm going to do with it. This actually is being used for taking notes from John Butler. So that's what I'm doing with that. I'm going to put that aside. We'll get back to that some other time. That's that. Now, I'm not really on here for any other purpose but to show you that that's there. For this video, I'm going to do some other videos too, and see what we can get finished and done. So, I still have, with all of that, that was 4, total of 5 bookmarks so far. I still got enough here. This. Where did my ruler go? Huh, I put it behind me. There we go. This is actually 2.5 inches wide. So a larger Bible, and I may do that. I may make a ribbon marker for a larger Bible. 1.5 inches or so, maybe even 2 inches, and then I'll run out of this. But this is at least enough for 2 more of generally an inch and a quarter and an inch and a half uh, width on the Bible end, because you got to cut it slightly inside usually to get it to work. But anyway, this is going to be at least enough for one if I do what I'm thinking of, which is that I've got a couple of fairly thick Bibles that I want to add some ribbons to. And no particular reason, just a way to do it. And or I'll take a suggestion. Anybody want to give me a suggestion of what to do with this? It could make, three thinner. You have to be like 3/4 of an inch, I suppose. Yep, 3/4 of an inch markers, and just put like maybe three in there instead of five. But if I do a 5 ribbon marker, then I'd probably put it into a thicker book. Now I do have a couple of those, like I'm forgetting his name now, but there's actually a pair of very thick study Bibles out there, and Newberry is one of them I'm thinking of. I could also use this in for, well, I don't think the companion Bible's all that thick. So, but the Newberry Bible, would probably take nearly this whole thing. That or Henry Morse's Study Bible. Now, I'm gonna have to look and see how many ribbons are in that already. But there's a lot of commentary in Henry Morse's Study Bible. Now he expanded his commentary beyond what it had when he kind of took over the Defender's Study Bible, and then expanded that from there and became the Henry Morse Study Bible. But he has quite a bit more commentary in his ultimately his study Bible that's available right now under his name than what they started out with and what they adjusted it to at the beginning. And what I believe happened, in fact, was they went beyond that and stopped using that. And I think that the Rock of Ages prison ministry took that new. I think they took the New Defender's Study Bible and expanded on it. So I may be wrong about the history of that, but you can certainly look into that, check it out yourself. But that's my memory of it. And Kent Hovind comments on a little bit of it when he's talking about carrying it himself, the New Defender's Bible, when Henry Morse and Company was in the editorship of it. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on right there. So like I said, there's 4 Bibles there, a 5th Bible, the one I'm using, and at least 2 more available, in that, maybe even 3. So out of 1 page, we're talking about getting, and then of course you have to get the ribbons as well. But 1 page, and there's simply plenty of ribbon here. I'm not even sure. Yeah, there's at least enough for another page, I would think, of these. And I use excess, okay? You don't need to use as much as I'm using. I use it, and it's 3-4 inches past the Bible where how I'm using them of up these ribbons, how I'm using them. Anyway, so there we go. There. And of course, I've got 100 more pages that I could go. So whatever that is, approximately 8, or up to around 8 ribbon markers per. Now, the other interesting thing, the other reality is that I am using it. You see, this is a page, right? So I'm folding the page in half. That's not necessary. That much is not necessary, okay? Um, Technically, you could probably fold that much, a couple of inches in half. Or you could take a half of a page and fold it in half. That's enough to get you in there. Um, you know, that's the other realities of it. Uh, did I say that right? Yep. Or you can take the 8-inch side of the page, right? That's approximately that much. And fold that in half. Then that's a plenty for it too. And then you can get probably 11, up to 11 if you're doing 1-inch thick ribbons, markers. You could get, what did I just say, 11 out of it because it's 11-inch long paper. So 4-inch by 11 markers. That's not bad. 4 inches is a plenty. This is, of course, 5.5, so it's an inch and a half longer. Like I said, that's to about right there, something like that. It's not, you can't really tell super well from this, but yeah, there's anyway. I'm kind of rambling about it, and I don't mean to do that. But just an idea. If you're looking to do a project of some sort for your own, uh, um, unfortunately, I've gotten several Bibles that just they don't have ribbons at all. I've got some Bibles that they've got a ribbon, but it's just one, and one thin one. And I told you about the one I've got that kind of shredded its way up to the top. Like I probably could get rid of that one and replace it with one of these things. And I may do that, in fact, since I just thought about it that way. It came back to the mind. Yeah, I may use this for companion Bible and that Bible. That Bible, in fact, I'll show it to you. I was using it to kind of put notes from D.L. Moody in it, make it my D.L. Moody Bible, if you will. Which nobody has published or has any rights to. Maybe I should claim it right here. Say, hey, it's my rights. We'll make that ourselves. I don't think I can do that. But anyway, um, it is my idea. So if you want somebody to edit that, let me do it. Bible publishing companies out there. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that as it is. There we go. I've got another video coming, or two, maybe even more. Of course, day by day. Stay up with us on that. Stay in your Bible. Stay in the Bible reading. That's what this is all for. That's what the ribbon markers are for. Put your Bible ribbon marker somewhere for whatever reason, but try to remember why. Okay. If you're doing it every day, reading through your Bible, then you know what the mark is for. If you're studying it for some other reason, you put a marker wherever you are. Why did you do it? I don't know. But anyway, try to remember what it's there for. I remember I put a marker in somewhere and put a verse. Just wrote the verse down as far as a reference to the verse anyway, and came back to it after a while and was like, I have no clue why I wrote this verse down. And I looked at the verse, thought about the verse. Now can't come up with anything at all. Anyway, we'll see you again in the next video. Bye.